Jones, it is too bright to be alive. Hey, Chicago Cub baseball YouTube fans. Hope you are all having a great weekend and a great, happy Super Bowl Sunday. By the way, guys, happy Super Bowl Sunday. I know that today is the huge big game. So I thought I would make two of these episodes short, simple, and beauty sweet, guys. All we are really going to do in two of these episodes is we are going to do a happy birthday shout out to former Chicago Cub manager, and I will name that former Chicago Cub manager in a second. But first, guys, welcome back to the channel of Cubs Baseball with Ryan Knight on YouTube. Hit! Alright, guys, so before we do this happy birthday shoot out, I'm actually going to share a little, it is a funny story, trust me. It is a funny story on actually how I met this former Chicago Cub manager. So I was in spring training in 2016. Yes, guys, the year that the Chicago Cubs finally won the World Series. And I was at the Cubs minor league complex, watching, inter squad games in the afternoon. And I turn around and big bang! Yes, this guy on a bicycle nearly ran me over. It turned out to be this former Chicago Cub manager that I'm going to mention in a happy birthday shout out. But he nearly ran me over. I mean, he was that close from making me squash meat. And luckily, he did not make me squash meat on that day. And no one got injured. He didn't fall off the bike. And he made a crazy, get out of the way U-turn. And, oh my God, I mean, literally, he did the right thing. No one was hurt. I walked away other than diving into the grassy area to avoid being squash meated by this guy. And he ended up stopping his bike, making a U-turn. And he's like, "Are you okay? I'm so sorry." And all that. And it's a really funny moment, guys. We ended up getting a photo together and all that. But it was Joe Maddon. Yes, guys, Joe Maddon, out of all people, a former Chicago Cub manager. And that is why we are doing the happy birthday shout out to former Chicago Cub manager Joe Maddon. He was the manager for the Cubbies from 2015 to 2019, 5 years, and 4 out of the 5 seasons he managed the Cubbies. He took the Cubbies to the postseason and got them a World Series championship finally after over 100 years. So it is former Chicago Cub manager Joe Maddon's birthday today. So happy birthday to Joe Maddon from the Chicago Cub Nation, guys. But yeah, it's a really funny story, guys. Ended up how I met him. The one and only time I met him, I came that close to being nothing more than squash meat. But yes, guys, Joe Maddon, out of all days, his birthday is on Super Bowl Sunday. So, but again, guys, he managed the Cubs 5 seasons, and 4 out of 5 years, he took them into the postseason, guys. And yeah, I mean, there you guys go. I mean, it's a really funny story how, I met him and all that. And I'm happy that he didn't make me squash meat, because he came very close. Well, not him, but I came very close to becoming squash meat. And luckily, I did not become squash meat on that day, and I was able to walk away unharmed in one beautiful piece, guys. But yeah, he came that close to hitting me on his bicycle. Technically, it was not his fault. It was my fault because I was not paying attention. And once I got up, we shook hands, we got a photo together, we talked a little bit, and we let bygones be bygones after that. But it was really funny, guys, because it happened during the spring training in 2016 at the Cubbies minor league complex. And this is well before my younger brother Casey got signed by the Cubbies as well. And my younger brother Casey actually was not in spring training that year because it turned out he had a baseball tournament and could not miss that. So he stayed behind. But when he saw that photo of me and Joe Madden, he was furious, angry. And really, who could blame my younger brother? But yeah, guys, so again, happy birthday to former Chicago Cub manager Joe Madden. I woke up this morning and I got on my Twitter or X and I found out it was his birthday. So there you guys have it. A little funny story a little bit, but it really isn't that funny. Because I could have been very much of a squash meat that day. I never knew Joe Madden could ride a bicycle that fast. I mean, he was maybe going 60 miles an hour on a bicycle in the Cubs minor league complex. You should get a speeding ticket for that, you know. But, all right, guys. But, yeah, there you guys have it.